Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. The Volunteers will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Tigers offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They go to the ground. Makes a man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. 2nd down coming up. Quick completion to the right. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
The Tigers have this offense rolling. Looking to throw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This offense has a 2nd down play. The give to the tailback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So Tennessee's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
And the DB right with him to knock it away. 3rd and 10, still back up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Got it in the middle, it's Lewis. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Vols will send out the punt unit. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Running back searching for a hole. Still on his feet at the 45. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Looking for a crease. It's Durham. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Now they're going to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll try the run. Great move there. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. He makes a grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. They'll ride the hot hand.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Lewis. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll take it on the return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Yeah, get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Running to the left. Dances away from one. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Power football with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Volunteers are on the move. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Trying to bully their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on third down. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers! Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Virginia is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to North Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're getting this guy lathered up. Gets away from one, finds some space. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure coming. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Oh, he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking downfield, it's Stout. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
The Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll run play action. Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Sampson. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly complete.
I like the slot receiver because it gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch called for and made. The offense lining up for a first down play. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Leaves it with the back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique in getting the man on the ground. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Might as well stick with him. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Volunteers will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the return, it's Durham. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Now on the option. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Looking to throw, it's Stout. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He slings it deep to the left. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. And the Vols will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, then get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Runs through the tackle. And from this angle, I don't think he got the 1st down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's the handoff. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver shows motion. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Volunteers line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Grab near the marker. It's Sampson. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Leaves it with the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side. Makes his man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Caught behind the line. It's Anderson. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Anderson. Tackled after picking up the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Bulls his way forward. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run the counter. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. LSU will get a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Virginia is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame. They're trailing by 14 to North Carolina.
The give to the back.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Motion from the offense. Looking for a man. It's Stout. A little screen to the running back. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll run the option. And it's slipped out. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets away from one. He's got space. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Looking for space. It's Durham. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quick pass on the jet motion. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. To the ground with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Pulls it and fires to the left. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Wants to throw. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. He caught it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion.
Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the 4th. Up and over, Yamo will be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds a man on the right. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. On the run, it's Keith. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Running with power. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Line getting set on 2nd down. To throw, it's Stout. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. He's going to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding the pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They go to the ground. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. They'll put the tight end in motion. This time they'll go to the running game. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. In the red area, it's Lewis. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. The play action fake. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Both of these offense sputtered and stammered like a 73 AMC Pacer if they made one of those back then, and ultimately they come up short.
Sounds like a beautiful car that you just want to run better, and that's the problem with this offense right now. They've got the guys to make the plays, just not able to execute here today, Dave.
It's frustrating because you want to make those plays, especially offensively, but you got to find a rhythm. You got to find something you do well and kind of stick to it. That offense couldn't find anything they did really well, and that's why they couldn't put points on the board.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.